another episode of Plant-Based Dads. I'm Joey. All right, I want to take a moment first here just to thank our subscribers for sticking with us all this time, and a special shout out to our Patreon members. Our Patreon members are the people who help us financially put the show together and get the plant-based message out to the public. If you've ever seen the show, if you've been in the Facebook group and you've thought, how can I help, how can I be part of this, that's how you can help. You can become a Patreon member or a PayPal supporter. There'll be a link to both of those right below this video, and we can absolutely use your help. So today we're going to do a meal prep video showing just some simple starch solution weekly meal prep. I'm going to make golden potatoes, baked golden potatoes. So I'm going to take some just yellow potatoes and just bake them in the air fryer, and I'll have those for lunch. I'm going to do the same thing with sweet potatoes. I've got a bag of sweet potatoes I need to use up left over from the holidays. I'm going to do the same thing with that. So I'm either going to have my starch this week will either be a baked sweet potato or a baked white potato. These will be my lunches. I'm going to make a veggie stir fry. I happen to have broccoli, peppers, some pineapples, some onions, some cabbage. I'm going to stir fry all that up, and that's my non-starchy vegetable to go on my my 50-50 plate. So that takes care of lunch, right? For dinner every day, we're going to have a salad or spring rolls. So I'm just going to get all that ready. I just call it spring roll fixins because it's all the stuff I need to roll up in the spring roll, but it also can be used in a salad bowl too. Either way. So I'm going to have that, and I'm going to set myself up with breakfast. I know it's boring, but overnight oats. I'm sorry, it's just really simple to do. And overnight oats, when I eat that, I'm done. Like, I'm full and I'm not thinking about food. So that'll be what I'm going to do for breakfast. So that's what I'm making. We're going to get started here. Let's get to the food. I've got a 2-pound bag or 3-pound bag of organic yellow potatoes I'm going to use. And I've got a 3-pound bag. I don't even know how many pounds this is. Yeah, a 3-pound bag of organic sweet potatoes. I'm going to clean them up in the sink behind me and just get them on a pan and get them ready for the air fryer. It is a dark and dreary, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a dark and dreary day in the desert, and it's been raining for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. And you know, I live here because I'm like Superman. I get my energy from the sun, right? When the sun's not shining, you know, I'm just not a nice person. Sorry. So we're all hoping that it's a sunny day tomorrow to start the school year again. All right, so you can see here I've got my potatoes on this air fryer rack that isn't in the air fryer yet. I got the air fryer doing its preheating, and they're just really small. I would say these are small golden potatoes, or small to some of them are medium, and I'm just going to poke them with a fork here once or twice each potato, and that's it. So I'm going to put these in an air fryer for 390 degrees, 400 degrees. I'll do 400. These small potatoes, I'm going to cook them for 12 minutes. Flip them over, even though you don't need to flip them over because they're on the air fryer on that rack, but I'm gonna flip them over anyway and then cook them for another 12 minutes. So I'm gonna give these potatoes 24 minutes in the air fryer and see how they are. I'm gonna put a knife through one. If it goes right through it, then it's good, and if not, then I'll cook it for a little longer. But I've come to realize that it's about a 24-minute cook time for these small potatoes. All right, let's get them into the oven. I got the sweet potatoes washed and ready to go, but I gotta cook these first. All right, so the potatoes are in the air fryer doing their thing. Now I've got some time to kill, so I'm gonna jump into my overnight oats. Here's a really simple recipe. I've got this mason jar funnel, which is really nice because it works perfectly for mason jars, and I can, you know, instead of taking the oats and scooping them out and trying to stick your hand around it and go like I'm not doing all that, right? That's just a lot of work. So the mason jar funnel, I fill up a half a cup of oats, pop it right in, and go to the next one. And that's all I'm doing right here. These are gonna be simple French toast overnight oats. I'm fine with having the same one each day. I don't care, as long as I have something to eat. It doesn't really matter to me. So I got a half a cup of oats in there, and then I'm adding a tablespoon of maple syrup to each one. You can skip this if you want, I like it. And after that, I'm gonna put in a tablespoon of chia seeds. Chia. All right, probably need my funnel so I don't mess this up. So 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. These are gonna grow nice and big in the oatmeal when they absorb some of that milk. And then while they're going through you, they'll pull out some of that stuff in there that you don't need inside your track, which is nice. All right, so chia seeds done. I just keep my chia seeds in a little jar, a little airtight jar. Most of my seeds, like the hemp seeds and the flax seeds, I keep them all in the fridge and the nuts and all that. But those, I don't know, I just keep them on the counter. They seem to be okay. I'm gonna put in a little bit of Ceylon cinnamon here. I'm just gonna use about 1/4 teaspoon, maybe even half of that, so maybe even 1/8. Doesn't really need a lot. A little goes a long way. All right, so before we get in our liquid, that's a lot of what we're doing right there. One other thing I'm gonna put in, I know if you're trying to lose weight, this is the last thing you wanna throw in, but I really love walnuts and oatmeal. I don't know. So I'm just gonna take a handful and chop them up and split it between all of these. This is totally the last thing I need for this this challenge, is to have any nuts. But I'm not trying to give up fat completely. I just want to limit it to 10% or less per day. And this is all I'm going to eat. So this should be fine. And this will give me the healthy fats that I need without overdoing it. I could easily overdo these. I could live just on nuts and seeds and be perfectly happy. And black beans. All right, so I've got a handful of walnuts here. I'm just going to put a little bit in each one of these oats. I'm making 4 oats because I have figured out, when I do this for a while, I did this every week for like a year, I have figured out that if you have 4 oats in a row, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they're fine. The 5th one, if you wait till Friday, tastes different. So to me, the oats hold their flavor and they're fresh for 4 days. And after that, they're not. So I'm not going to go for a 5th one. All right, next I'm going to put in a little bit of vanilla, about a teaspoon. Actually, about a half a teaspoon. I don't need a lot of this. Again, a little bit goes a long way. And that brings us down to the final ingredient, which is just going to be milk. I'm going to use the Planet Oat low-fat, unsweetened oat milk. So I'm just going to put a whole cup of this plant milk in. And that's it. And I'll just do each one of these and I'll be ready to go. All right, so once the milk's in, you could shake it up, which I used to do, but now I don't anymore. I just kind of mix it up with the spoon until the seeds, the chia seeds, are all kind of combined correctly, where they're all not just sitting on the top. I forgot the most important part. Frozen blueberries. We just got this bag, so it hasn't been opened yet, and now it has. All right, I'm gonna use my funnel again, and I put in about half a cup of blueberries. And I'll just funnel those in right there. All right, so I'm just gonna give these a stir here and mix up the blueberries. I just have to get them under the level of the liquid so they'll get mixed in. All right, these are ready to go. I'm gonna cap these up right here and get these in the fridge. All right, so the overnight oats are done, and Tim's running around helping me over here. He's putting the sweet potatoes in the air fryer. So the potatoes are done, and they're nice and hot and golden brown. And Tim put a fork right through one of them, and it went through. We did have to put them on 10 more minutes, so another 5 minutes on each side, and we actually didn't even flip them. So we did 34 minutes for these in total, and they were done. But you can see right there by the looks of them, they've got a really nice gold tint to them. They look like they're ready to eat. All right, so here's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna make a stir fry, and I was gonna cut up a bunch of vegetables, but Tim reminded me that we have like these bags of like Kirkland vegetables in here. This one says Best By January 14th, 2022. These are over a year expired. But they're in the freezer, they're frozen vegetables. I'm gonna use them anyway. So that's how long these have been in there. And they smell okay. So I'm gonna use that. And then we've also got these bell peppers right here. When did they expire? Oh, they're good until next April, this coming April, so we're good. This is just tricolored red bell. Tricolored, they can't be tricolored if they're red bell peppers. These are just Tim, this expired last January. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna use that anyway, right? Yeah, don't you think?
That's the good thing about a stir fry. Those flavors just hide a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna be fine. All right, and so we're gonna use these vegetables. I've also got some cabbage. Tim sliced up some fresh cabbage here. And then I got this fresh cut pineapple here. Tim, where did you get the 88-cent pineapple?
I think Fry's had it for 88 cents. I couldn't resist.
Tim came home and was like, I got a pineapple for 88 cents. Because the problem with paying 88 cents for it is like when they go back to $3 each, I'm like, they were 88 cents last week. Why would I pay $3? But unless they're, like there's 1 week a year, right? When they're 88 cents, like it's just when they're in season and that's it, right? So we got the pineapple we're gonna throw in there, and Tim's got a brand new pan here. This is the Hexclad. What is this? Like, what's special about this pan? I'm fine with Dollar Strong. What do you need this one for?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it looks like a big wok, right?
Yeah, this is actually our first meal that we're gonna do in here. I guess it's stainless steel non-stick.
Okay.
Because the stainless steel is raised up just micrometers.
Okay.
There's nothing toxic as far as non-stick, so we're gonna give it a try.
And your mom got this for you, right?
It was on my list.
Yeah, so your mom got it for you. And
Yeah.
I think she got it on Amazon, right?
I think so.
All right, we'll put a link to this Hexiclad pan right below. It's really cool. It's got these little, like, stainless steel Hexi things built right into it. You can see them. And now there's pineapple on it.
Like, we have a Le Creuset wok, but I wanted this 10-inch wok because I feel like this is just quick for a small meal. If we
And that's what we're
wanted,
going to try and do with this. So let's see what happens. All right, first thing I'm going to do is turn this on and set it to medium high. And I'm going to put some, remember, we don't use oil here. So it's an oil-free show. I know, to all of you at our jobs who believe that's impossible, that's what we do. But I am going to put just a little bit of water in here because I'm going to stir-fry some garlic here in a moment to get that going. So just so I have some aromatics. All right, let's see how good this pot is. I'm just going to take my garlic here and throw it right in. So I can just kind of pop it in. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put like half of those in there. There's a lot of liquid in these veggies, so I would think that I probably don't need to put any water in it, especially since the ice will start melting. And I'm going to throw in some of these 1 year expired veggies here.
Good cabbage too.
Ooh, look at all that broccoli. Yeah, but that's fresh, so I don't
It's gonna
think
cut
that.
down.
Yeah. All right. This smells good, so it doesn't smell like it's bad. I guess we'll find out. Like, I guess anybody else would have threw them out, but I'm not throwing out like a bag of broccoli, right? Like, I'm sorry. So it'll give that a minute to start softening up and cooking. As you can see here, it's just kind of waiting to get a little hotter. And I mean, it's still frozen in there, so we'll just give that a few minutes. All right, well, Tim thinks I should throw in the cabbage while the frozen veggies in there because he says it takes a while to cook down cabbage. So I'm gonna put some of that in here. And some of this is for spring rolls too, so we're not going to use all of that, right? So we'll let the frozen vegetables start thawing out here and the cabbage start cooking down. We'll give it a few minutes and then we'll look at it again in a minute here. And you can see it's still kind of frozen, but it is thawing out and it is starting to cook. And you can see here it's just all starting to cook down, so it's looking pretty good. Right, there's still some liquid in there, so all that has to cook off first before I can start putting in my sauces. But this is a good time to throw in the pineapple. So I've got, well, there was a lot more of it, but I've been eating it. So I'm gonna throw this in here, just chopped it up into little pieces. And it looks like the cabbage is cooked down a lot, so I think we'll just add some more cabbage, right? All right. Tim's like, you can't see him, his wife at the counter going, I would add more cabbage. So I'm gonna add more cabbage, all right?
This is so good for our gut microbiome. I can't help it, right? Like,
all right, so I want to save some for spring rolls.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get this down and wilted and all that stuff. All right, so it's pretty much cooked down. I think now I need to add my sauces. So I'm just gonna play it by ear here. I don't really have a plan. I'm gonna throw in some soy sauce just to give it some flavor. About 2 tablespoons, right? About 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm gonna throw in about a tablespoon of maple syrup. Tablespoon. Sriracha, what do you think about sriracha?
A little bite.
Teaspoon, yeah. About a teaspoon of sriracha. About that, right? And should we put in some of this vegan Worcestershire sauce? All right. Alright, a little bit of that. We'll mix that up and see how that tastes. We'll give that some time to do its thing here. There's still a little bit of liquid on the bottom, so I'm just going to try and get the liquid on the bottom to mix with all the juices I just put in, all the liquids, to be one nice kind of, saucy mixture for all of this. But you can see that it's pretty much cooked. Alright, I'm going to give this a shot here. I got some carrot, I got some broccoli. Oops. I got some pineapple. We'll give this a shot.
Give this a try.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. That's really good.
Yeah.
Holy smoke, it's done. Check it out.
So when you have the sweetness of the pineapple in that juice with the vegan Worcestershire sauce, it just pulls it out. Like, it's nice. And not too much sodium. This was a reduced sodium that you used, right?
Yeah, no, what's good here?
Yep.
So this is going to make a nice non-starchy side to all our potatoes all week, right? All right, non-starchy side done. Let's put this away. All right, so the golden potatoes are done. The sweet potatoes are in the oven now. They're going to be done here soon in about 10 minutes. The veggie stir fry is done. So now, and the overnight oats is done. So we only have one thing left, and this is our dinner during the evening, right? So what do you have there?
Okay, we got a new product. I asked for this for Christmas. Literally, it's got a rubber bottom. Put it down. And then this keeps it from moving. And I've attached a grating attachment.
Oh, it's like a grater, like a meat grinder, but without the meat.
So we're gonna put carrots in here.
All right, we're gonna grate the carrots, right?
Yeah.
And then, why is it moving up back and forth? Oh, is there a lock in place? All right. And then they're gonna come out over here.
Correct.
So we'll probably need a bowl or something there, right?
Exactly.
All right, so when the time comes, that's what we're gonna do. But what we're doing now is we're making the spring roll or salad fixins, right?
Yeah.
So for salad for every day this week, or for dinner for every day this week, we wanna have something green leaf based, right? So either that will be spring rolls dipped in our sauce, or we're gonna have a salad, right?
Yeah, and the salad's good for those nights where we want a little bit more than a salad. But usually the spring rolls, that's like perfect.
Yeah, we like spring rolls a lot. The salad's nice, but either one, we're gonna make the fixins, but there'll be other things we add too that we'll do that night, all right? So you have the cucumber here you're gonna cut up.
Yep.
Let's move these out of the way so people can see. All right, so let's get started on that. First, we got the cucumbers. I don't eat cucumbers. Tim's just gonna make these the way he wants, and we'll put them in a little container.
Yep. And then this lettuce, I'm gonna finely chop, and then we've got a spinner here that works really well. So we put it in there, do a couple rinses. That seems to be pretty effective. So.
All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Well, are you gonna do that first? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna cut we're gonna shred. Oh, this sticks down to the thing.
Right here.
Oh, interesting. All right.
Okay.
All right.
While I'm doing this, do you want to wash the carrots? Get that ready.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna take these carrots and put them right here because I need this to wash out the lettuce. So we can throw the lettuce right up here. And I'll wash it all out.
All right, first time using this tool. Let's see how well it works. So I put in the attachments for grating. And we have multiple food processors, but I wanted something just quicker to clean, easier to clean, and I think this fits the bill. So I've got the grating attachment on, and that's what I've got is grated carrots. This is perfect for salad and for the spring rolls that we're wanting this week. So I'm gonna do the rest here. All right, rest of these carrots I'm gonna leave for snacking in the refrigerator. But we've got what we want for the week in terms of spring rolls and for salads. Okay.
I'm gonna take some peanuts and just chop those up. I like having those in the spring rolls. So I've just got some chopped nuts here, and let's put them in a little glass container. All right, let's see if they'll fit in here.
Should we place bets?
No, no, because I always lose. I'm not a good gambler. All right. Yeah, this little container will hold it. All right, and that's it. Now just sprinkle these on the spring rolls when we're making them. So the only thing left to make at this point, all right, hey, grab one of the noodles so I can show them what those look like. All right, so at Costco, we buy these Lotus Foods ramen rice noodles. It's just millet and brown rice. They're really clean, and they're perfect for spring rolls or even salads. So they're these cakes, like these blocks of dried noodles. And I'm sure there's directions on here for how to do it. Here's what I do with them. We have a teapot, right? And I put these in a bowl, and I just fill the bowl up with the steaming hot teapot water, and I leave it there. I swish around a little bit, but I just leave it there while I'm starting to prep my spring rolls. And then when I'm ready to roll my spring rolls, usually about 10 minutes later, that block of noodles is just all nice and soft, and it's a ramen, right? It's a noodle. I'll drain them in the sink in a little colander. I'll spray it with cold water to get all the starch off it. And then I've got noodles to put in my spring roll, right? Made of millet and brown rice. Like, it's really a perfect opportunity to to get some starch in your spring rolls, right? Tofu is great too, but you know, it's got to be cooked and all that, and then it's got some fat in it. Like this doesn't have the fat. All right, so for my dressing, I need to make my PB2 peanut-based dressing. And I use the PB2 because it's the dried peanut butter. It doesn't have all the fat in it when you reconstitute it. I've got a video right here that shows this whole like spring roll and PB2 dressing. The dressing starts off with 3/4 of a cup of this powdered peanut butter. You don't have to use PB2. For a while, we used a different brand, but we wound up going back to PB2 because I feel like, I mean, it's got a lot of stuff in it that the other one didn't. The other one was just peanuts. It was like Cal Nor or something. But it really needs some salt in that powdered peanut butter to have the taste of peanut butter. Otherwise, it just tastes like blanched peanuts, and I'm not a big fan of that taste. All right, so I've got my 3/4 of a cup right there, and I'm gonna keep this aside because I may need it if you put too much water in it and I don't have the right consistency. The next thing I need is 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, so I'm gonna put that in there. And this makes quite a bit of dressing, so you can go through a lot of spring rolls with this. And then I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, and then 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. All right, so next I need juice of half a lime. All right, so I'm using my little squeezer thingy there. And then the last ingredient is this ginger. I'm just putting in some powdered ginger, some dried ginger. I absolutely hate the taste of ginger, right? You like the ginger, I do not. So, but it kind of adds to this, so I'm just putting in a little bit. If there's too much ginger in this, I can't eat it. So
it's so good for you.
I know it's good for you. I know all the benefits. So I'm gonna put like 1/8 of a teaspoon in. You can add more if you want, right? Like I'm not, right? Let me make sure this is closed. And I'm gonna need some water, this glass of water right here. You're gonna have to add in some water until it gets to the consistency you want. You want like a runny, saucy consistency. So I'm just gonna add this water in right here. And then I'm gonna just take my spoon and kind of mix it up here. And I gotta get all the ingredients incorporated. And as the water combines with the powdered peanut butter, it's gonna start thickening up. This looks like it's gonna be the consistency I want. I don't want it to be peanut buttery. That's gonna be too thick. I want it to be like a salad dressing consistency. So you should be able to get to the point where you can whisk it. If you can't whisk it, if it sticks between the little whisk things, then it's too thick. So I'm just gonna mix it up with this, and I think this looks pretty good. And see that right there? That's what you want, right?
I said if it needs a little bit more lime juice.
Tim wants me to taste it, see if it needs more lime juice. It should not. I used the bigger portion of the lime because the smaller portion's right here, but let's taste it. No, it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, too much ginger.
It is not.
So we're done. We've put everything together. We've done the golden... Oh, the sweet potatoes done yet? Oh, they're right here. All right. Here are the sweet potatoes. Look how good those look. You can see right here, they look absolutely beautiful. A really nice cooked color to them. They're darkened, but they're not burned. When you open these up, they're gonna really look good. They're gonna have a nice caramelization inside. So I'm really excited about that. All right, so at my list, we did the golden potatoes, right? That was really good. We did the sweet potatoes. They're right there. We did the veggie stir fry. We did the, let's hope that those vegetables are still good. We did the spring roll fixins right here, and we did the overnight oats. We are ready for the weekly. This is a base, bare minimum, kind of simple food prep. We've got some meal prep videos, right? That are full out, like, you know, pasta with a pepper sauce on it. Like, it goes all the way. I don't want that this week. I just want, it's the beginning of the year. Yeah. I want it back to basics. I've got to get this under control. The holidays were rough. Like, I need like control. All right, that's our video for today. Please hit that like button, show us some love. Click on that subscribe button. You'll get notified every time we have a new video, usually every Tuesday. Leave a comment below. Let us know, are you meal prepping? The challenges happen every month. If you're not prepared, you're not going to make it, right? Yeah. So I want to change. This has to be my year. I've just wasted too much time. Yeah. So I'm going to make it happen. And so if you're with me, let's do it together. Right. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye-bye.